back out here. I had an interesting start to my morning. Going to get on the boat, my phone fell directly into the harbor, straight down. And so he stood around there for a little bit, thought about it, and jumped in first thing in the morning to go grab it. And I'll tell you what, that harbor water is cold in the morning. There's like an aquifer, and so the water's, that's why our harbor is so clean. Like there's like fresh water that comes up over the top or something, I don't know. But it was a good little cold plunge to start the day. Got down there, the phone was actually on. I got it back, and I don't know, it seems to be working for now, but I doubt it's gonna make it through the day. We'll see, but that's how our day started. Then they had no ice at the harbor, so I'd go for a little drive. But we're gonna turn that little funny morning. We're gonna turn it around into an epic day out here. Fishing's been kind of hit and miss, I will say that. A lot of fish on bullets this year. It's kind of crazy how many bullet bites there are. It's almost like, you know, the good ones have been on decent sized lures, but so many bullet bites. A lot of like on like pinky and all different types of bullets. So I have a little bit more, you know, I've been kind of a little bit more bullet centric spread, a little easier catching spread. So we'll see how we go. Switched a few things up on the spread today. Got that big Koya with my D-flap insert on there, a little collab that we're doing, which we should be making available for all of you very soon. I got that real short right there off the back of the boat. And then I got my regular D-flap behind a squid chain. And then Smash Bait's my first bridge teaser, and kind of a funny bridge teaser, but my right bridge teaser, which you wouldn't suspect would be one, is actually a really large bullet. I just feel like a lot of these fish are on bullets, and we have so much action up close that I'm gonna give them something a little easier to feed on, that we could maybe tease them up and pitch them a bait. And then I got a sundowner, and then two bullets, one heavy, one heavy, more blackwater ruffle, and one a little bit more of a skitter sizzle kind of dish rag. So I think it's how we start our day. I really like all that action. It complements itself. It's a great varied spread. When creating your spreads, that's something you want to think about. Varied action, varied movement, varied weights, varied, you know, lots of variation. And we'll dial in on see what these want today. But anyways, start the day, see what we can find. A little bit of breeze coming off the town here, but should be a good day. So wish us luck. I'm gonna start here off the point, see if I can find some current. We were out here yesterday and current was not doing much. So yeah, wish us luck. Stand by.
wrapped up.
I did it! I did it!
Good job. Alright.
Let me know when.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Good?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, first blue marlin?
First marlin.
How do you feel?
Oh, pumped. I think in about 10 minutes I'll be like, oh.
Right, well, we just caught one there. Same kind of area. Just kind of working that zone for a bit. But it just seems like a little bit of life up in here in this pocket, or up close to the buoy, and then on this little crack in here too. So cruised in there, and sure enough, on the blue bullet, boom. So yeah, I caught one. It actually interesting was it lassoed, wasn't even hooked, and we were like, why is this thing fighting so hard? I was like, couldn't figure it out, you know, and it was acting really weird. We got it up, and it was just wrapped up in the leader, and not even hooked. So kind of strange scenario there, but yeah, good to get one under the belt. And back at it. See if we can find a couple in here. All right, everyone. Well, we're pretty much about ready to wrap it up here. About 30 more minutes or so. Gonna kind of work the pocket here. We missed one more fish down south. Went down that way, and actually didn't look too bad in there. So, but we did miss one fish in there. Yeah, so we missed one fish down there. It came, ate that bullet again. It just seems to be all they're switched on to right now are bullets. Kind of weird, but that just happens sometimes. It's kind of how this summer's been for the most part, and it's been a lot of small fish around. What I am noticing, which is the first time I've noticed it here, pretty much almost all summer, is we're getting little scattered balls of like plankton or, you know, tiny little bait. So if it sticks around, and I kind of right around the same time started seeing saw a couple tuna schools. We could see the tunas move in pretty good, kind of stick to the ledges, and we could see a bunch of akus and skipjack kind of get themselves more worked in an area. If the current kind of stays mellow, this stuff could build up in certain areas and kind of be the building block of a bite here. Kind of desperately waiting for like a really good run of big fish. So this could be the start of it, but man, every day is a new day. So we'll see what our current does overnight here, and then tomorrow and over the next couple of days. We're fishing every day pretty much till the end of the month. So we'll be able to kind of really keep an eye on what's happening, but it could be the start of something. We'll have to see what happens, but current's very light, but there is a direction to it, so that's okay. Yeah, I think my plan tomorrow is just kind of come out, obviously just like every day, and poke around the corner here, see what the current's doing, and then if it's about the same, we'll probably go down to, we'll probably head a bit far south tomorrow and get way down that way and see what's going on. Probably work the morning just up this way and over by VV Buoy. There's been at least one or two fish around here every day, so probably work that in the morning, then head down there and see what we got for the tide change. But that's the plan tentatively, but we'll see what tomorrow brings. I like the spread, you know, like I said, I switched it up a little bit, kind of giving them what they want to eat, so, you know, yeah, so see you guys in the morning. Hopefully I'll have a new phone too. We shall see. All right. What's up, everybody? All right, back out here. A little bit different day today. Kind of stormy, bumpy, a little bit of rainstorm. Hopefully they clear out. See what we find here. Hopefully all that little bait that I was seeing yesterday is accumulating on the ledges. Got a new phone. Stoked. I can listen to my music here. Have communication. We have cell phone service all day out here because we're fishing so close to shore. So I guess I forget how dependent we can be on phones. You know, we don't even use radios here to talk to people either. We all just text each other and stuff. But anyways, yeah, it's weird. It's actually kind of sad. Yesterday made me realize how freaking needy we are with these phones, or how needy I am with phones and technology, and like how different it would be without it. Like, yeah, it's a rude awakening. If you ever want to, it's a really good exercise is to take your phone and put it away somewhere for like a whole day, a 10-hour day. And you'll be surprised how many times you go to grab it out of your pocket, check something, or jump on the gram, or do this or do that. So I guess it's the world we live in these days, but I think it's great to kind of remind yourself that there's a lot more out there when you're looking like this than when you're looking like this. So that's my 2 cents. Trying to learn from my foolish mistake of dropping it in the ocean. All right, let's go find a big one. Can I get up here? Had that one on the stinger. He did about 100. Both the boys did a tremendous job getting that one to eat. So there you go. Straighten your legs. Let's catch them.
Alright. Hold that for me for 1 sec. Yeah.
What?
All right, well, we got one there. Came up on the stinger, missed it about 1,000,000 times. Guys did fantastic. That was like textbook teasing one off a stinger. It did everything perfectly how I kind of had shown him to do it, and in the end it worked out. You know, kind of bring it down, change that, get that bullet down a little bit more in the water and see if you can get a better bite, and that didn't work. Dropped it back and put it back up, and then reel it down, try and get a better bite, and then popped it out, and pulled it away, and then, you know, Tyler went and grabbed the line and kind of acted as a rigger to try and let him eat it, feed him, and tried every little trick in the book there, pretty much textbook how it all kind of came, and in the end she ate. There we go. It's a little one, little baby, but hey, take it. Blue marlin's a freaking blue marlin, and like I said, it's starting to look good in here. Just after I got off that last time I was talking with y'all, with all of you, guy inside of me hooked one right there. So I think that the fish will, you know, start showing up in this zone, and yeah, I love fishing this area, so I'm glad if it starts to kind of turn on. Hopefully there'll be some big ones in here with them too. So. Yeah, looks like Marlin. Yeah, it looks like Mr. Marlin Parker up there just hooked one. Small one, but he's on. So, okay, get a little snap, a little afternoon tide change snap. So, all right, let's see if we can find us a big one in here. Definitely liking the water, and things are starting to settle back in. So, let's just pray that we get this continued pattern, get a little bite going on here. So. All right, that 180 Aloha Lure Deep 6, one that Eric left me. He actually has 4 wings on it, and it's like a pink over, or it's like a blue and white and pink over like a pink and blue or something. And been biting really good for us. And it was great fishing with Eric because I learned a little bit more about how he likes some of his lures to run. And like, for instance, the Deep 6 runs completely different with rubber skirts than when it does have Flashaboo on them. And you really get the right rubber skirts in there, and you skirt it correctly, you get a really like a swizzle and like dish ragging. It's on the surface, and it's like splashing about, kind of swizzling. Then it might go down. You might get like a quick little ruffle, but then comes up. It doesn't ruffle a lot. Kind of has a different action altogether, which is great because now. And then what I do now is I'm running, get that up on the stinger and get it in the right spot. You got to really kind of mess with it to get it in the right spot too. We get that running really good, swizzling, dish ragging, doing its thing. And then my other bullet on the right is kind of a heavier Flashaboo style bullet that's just down there ruffling, you know, coming up ruffling. And I think it's a good combo. And then, you know, switch it around a little bit if I need to spark it up a little. But yeah, anyways, it was cool. It was good fishing with Eric. Wealth of knowledge, great lure maker. You know, one of those lure makers that actually fishes his own lures all over the world. Has been fishing a long time. And great fisherman, so you kind of get insight on what he wants his lures to do, and then he creates them to do it. And so when you're fishing with him, you know, you see exactly what he wants that lure to do. So yeah, it was a great experience for me as a fisherman to fish with him. So anyhow, that's that. We shall go find another one here. Okay, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here and run in. That's about it. Kind of had to, you know, do our fishing on there a little bit, and then kind of start making our way back up the line. And no more bites. So hey, that's how it goes. I think I might shave this off. I'm starting to get a little scruffy. Maybe it'll bring us some luck. Go looking for a big one. So I'm heading over to go pick up Nacho. We're gonna go down and get all that rigged up. We're gonna put all new leaders, get a little bit work done. I gotta change out a pump, put a new washdown pump in the boat. And then also what I wanted to do on a little experiment, I'm gonna make a short about it and put it up, and I'm sure you guys will see that first before you see the full video. But my plan was like kind of, you know, there's like that old theory that like on the bite you should like floor the boat, like go real fast for a minute to try and set the hook. You know, I've been on some boats with some older captains that really believe in it, and personally I think that's a terrible thing to do. I don't think it makes any difference at all. And I kind of argued that before, and everyone's just, you know how fishing is there's a million ways to do things and everybody's right. So it's kind of hard to, I'm not going to sit there and say, hey, look, this is right, this is wrong. But my thoughts are all it does is get more line off your reel and make any chance of catching a double out of the picture, and also take more line off the reel and kind of put you in a spot that isn't great. So, and I don't think it makes any difference. 15, if you got 20 pounds of drag on the scale, or you know, on your lever, you got 20 pounds. Doesn't matter if you're going 100 miles an hour or 2. But what I thought was we did a little experimentation and set up a drag scale on my truck. I'm gonna have Nacho stand there. We'll probably use the pitch rods because it's not such a pain in the ass to handle. Have him stand there with it, and I'm gonna go away slow with the truck, and we'll video the drag scale, the drag scale, and I'll drive away slow, and then I'll drive away super fast, and we'll see what happens. Now, I will say, and this is the only thing I could possibly give credit to that theory, the more line you have in the water, the more drag increases. So yes, dumping a bunch of line off your reel by speeding and flooring away, yeah, could increase the drag. But at that point, I don't really believe you're setting the hook. You'd be better to do like a turn and change your angle. Anyways, picking up Nacho. Here he is. He doesn't have a car anymore. He blew his car up. So now he's afraid to use the scooter. So now I'm basically his chauffeur these days. And picking him up. What's up, man?
How's it going?
You got in there your lunch?
Marlin lunch, bunch of lures.
Anyways, I was just explaining how after we go do all this work on the boat real quick, drop those off, I want to pull the drag off the truck with, is this Lee? Oh, we might get Lee on video. This is Lee, look at his shirt.
Can't see.
Yeah, you better hide, I don't want to be associated with you. That's my homie right there. I'm serious, that is my freaking homie right there. Then you get taken right off your feet into the parking lot. So we should do it somewhere in a public place. All right, anyways, yeah, let's go do our stuff. Okay, so we're gonna head down, try this experiment out on the end of my road here. Tyler, how you feeling about this?
I'm really nervous, man. No, I'm not actually.
It'll be cool.
Doing some science.
It shouldn't make a difference if I go 60 miles an hour or if I go 2 miles an hour. It should be the same amount of drag on him. Hold on.
10 off the day.
You're going for a ride. So I'm gonna be filming it, and there's part of me that hopes I'm wrong.
Yep, that's where we're at right now.
That's where we're at right now.
That's where we are at. I brought my knee pads, my helmet. Chris made me sign like a waiver that I can't sue him if something bad goes, so we'll see. Oh,
Yeah.
It?
Yeah, we'll just do it here.
Perfect.
Okay. You can get some shade. You can be under that tree. Alright, we're gonna go set this up. We're gonna have the drag scale like this, and I'm gonna video, and we're gonna drive away and we're gonna see what happens here. Okay, well,
Oh, Joe, I should have worn that helmet.
you definitely should have worn that helmet. I think the theory is debunked. I think so. Same drag at both speeds. Okay, another day. Heading out. See what today brings. New south swell showed up today, so water's probably gonna be a little bit bumpy and weird, but we'll see what we can find out there. We dropped that short yesterday about the drag like on the bite, how flooring the engine real fast doesn't make a difference. And yeah, there's definitely some people that strongly disagreed or did completely miss the point of what we were trying to do with that thing. But I'll go into it in a little more depth today as we're fishing, and I got some more time. But let's get out of here and get set up, and then when I get a second here, we'll talk about that a bit more. But yeah, see if we can find one today. But you never know. Today could be the day.
Yeah, they're like almost.
Notice how I do not speed up the boat on the bite. We let the fish eat, turn, and then I'll slowly push up the drag, using the drag lever to increase drag. What you will notice is that I do a turn. I'm always turning on these fish. Every fish is a little bit different, but we do a turn here. This fish starts to come at us, so I actually do take one engine and put just one side, the starboard side, a little bit more in gear and give it a little squirt just to maneuver us to get a bow behind that fish. You gotta think, let the fish fight you, don't fight the fish. Okay, you want to play chess against these things, not checker. So you got to kind of think about what they're doing, how to position yourself, and let them fight you. Work smarter, not harder, and that's how you catch them a lot quicker. There's no need to dump a bunch of line. I'm now ready to turn, chase, and get on that fish, and we catch this one in a couple minutes.
Whoa, giant to a maggot, big boss status. Ain't gon' lie, I really wish they would like a cabin. I ain't do no front, get my money on the back end. Yesterday's price ain't today, now we taxing. Way out the feed, ain't no way out for me. They always told me I'm the wave, like I'm way out. And see, I know some real ones turn state, ain't no way I could be out here living like the villain, only way up for me. Moving out the purges, I get time if it was worth it. If you coming from my fam, then you know I take it personal. Say that you the GOAT, I asked around, I never heard of you. Rocky road ahead, and there's some things I had to hurdle to. Pick a side, pick your poison. Pick a side, pick your poison. Pick a side, pick your poison. y'all about to get me going. Yeah. Whoa, giant to a Maggie, big boss status. Ain't gon' lie, I really wish they would like a cabin. I ain't do no front and get my money on the back end. Ain't no way I could be out here living like the villain. Only way up for me. Moving out the purchase, I get time if it was worth it. If you coming for my family, you know I take it.
All right, hold that for me, somebody. Pretty good, huh? Oh yeah. Didn't even need the red flag down on the bike, did he? Woohoo! Keep going, buddy. Keep going. There you go. All right. Woo! That was awesome. Sundowner. That was awesome. How big was that one?
All right, got one there. Ate the flap teaser, D flap. It's a medium blunt cut one. Pulled that away, threw a pitch bait at it. Ate the pitch bait, but just didn't get a good feed on it. Came back up, ate my right bridge teaser again, pulled that away, got it to eat the sundowner right there, and got a real good hook set in her. And yeah, off to the races, caught it. That was a little bit better one. And yeah, happy. Kind of came down to the same spot. I was seeing some life yesterday. My buddy left. I asked him, he was down here before me. I said, hey, how's it looking? He said he hadn't marked anything, looked quiet. He bailed, but just kind of felt. And then he went up the line and caught one. But I just felt like there's got to be a few in here. It just as I did my few passes, you know, I said I'm going to allow myself to do 2 passes on this. And as I started doing my passes on my little ledge here, I really like, there's a certain line that I take here, and for whatever reason seems to be pretty good for me over the years. But it started to feel pretty good, and just then, boom, something piled on the teaser, on the D flap, and there we go. Off to the races. So that's good. Caught one. Set back up. Let's do it again. Yeah, I think, you know, I think that one, you know, the bait, looked like he just probably didn't eat it, more like whacked at it, and just didn't get it. Came, you know, bait was still there, just was mangled up a little, but it's all good, you know. It's they do convert, but yeah. Anyhow, I think that fish would be actually a pretty good example of what we were talking about here with like speeding up on the bite. So like you'll notice on that fish, it came at us quite a bit. And you'll notice I did pick up speed, but I never gunned it. What I did was push one engine. I picked up speed on one engine, so we sped up and turned. And if you'll notice, you'll see that there's a bow behind that fish the entire time. And there's slack line at where my angler is, but it doesn't matter. I kept the bow behind that fish so that there was constant tension on the lure and on the fish. And in doing so, I didn't have to go super far. I didn't have to dump a bunch of line in the water. I didn't need to run freaking half a spool out. And we caught that fish in a couple minutes because we stayed close to it and basically used what it was doing for our advantage. And so, you know, that's the idea, really. And you have to understand that what is going on at that fish's face, where that lure is so different than what you're experiencing on the boat. And you have, first off, just that fish swimming around with a lure being pulled backwards. Pull a lure backwards behind a boat. Just hold on to the line at like a couple knots. It's got enough drag to hold a hook in position, I'll tell you that. let alone if that fish is running at 20, 30, 40 miles an hour, you got a lot of drag on. That hook is fine. So, you know, a lot of people will yell or blow up on their anglers, like, you know, about they lost a fish because you couldn't stay tight with the fish. But a lot of times the captain is, you know, has a lot of responsibility to kind of keep that line behind him. Now, when you're right at the end and you're straight and the angle changes and you pull hook, you just pull hook. That can happen, right? You have no more bow, and that's what happens. You ever fight a fish for like 20 minutes or 15 minutes, everything's good, and then right at the end game, as that bow disappears, and now you're straight with the fish. There's no longer the fish here and a bunch of line here and you here. Now you're like this, and the fish turns and it slides off his bill, or it pops out, or runs at you real quick and you get a quick little burst of slack or something like that. Those are situations where I can understand maybe you know, juicing away or having an angle I can reel. But for the majority of the time on that bite, you don't need to dump a bunch of line in the water. You really just want to continually just keep turning and just watch what that fish is doing and think in your mind what's going on in that water, where that line is. And you'll notice that on fish, if you're fighting a big one, a lot of times you'll be pointed, your angle will be pointing here and the fish will be way over here, but the line's entering the water here. So you have to understand the dynamics, especially as you start getting into heavier tackle, and especially with bigger lures. And so, you know, my whole thing with that experiment was really, yes, of course you're going, and I continually said this, you're going to have more drag on line through water. But that is after you've dumped a bit more line in the water. But at that point, you've already dumped a bunch of line in the water, which makes no sense to me. If you want to increase drag on the bite to try and set the hook, push the hook, push the drag up like what we do. We have our drag very light, and we let him eat. We start doing a turn, and then we hit him with about 30 to 35 pounds, push it up to 30 to 35 pounds, and slowly back it down. There, and now you're connected to this fish, you're not way out, you didn't push a bunch of water, a bunch of line out there. You know, of course, once you get a whole bunch of spool and a whole bunch of line in the water, yes, the drag's increased. But what benefit is that? So, you know, what I was trying to show was a lot of times you'll have captains, the bite will happen and immediately they'll just go, and then just stop, right? And the theory is, you know, a lot of guys will say is to kind of set the hook, get the stretch out of line, or get the fish out of the spread. Now, you got to think about every variable of play there, okay? Get the fish out of the spread. What's a quicker way to get the fish to spread? Going straight ahead where that fish could continue to jump at you? Or making a turn and the fish is immediately out of the spread? You know, that fish could be doing anywhere between 20 to 50 to 60 miles an hour. If he eats like this, and all of a sudden comes like this, and he's going 50 miles an hour this way, and here's your boat going this way, and he's coming 50 miles an hour at you, what if you turn this way? Now he's going 50 miles an hour away from you, a lot faster than your boat can do, okay? You gotta use the fish, you gotta think about what this fish is doing. And that's when you start to become a lot better at catching them quicker, catching the bigger ones, not pulling as many hooks, is allowing the fish to do the work for you, allowing the bow to do the work for you, working smarter, you know, just gunning the boat and stopping it, putting in neutral, clearing lines, and then hammering in a reverse. A lot better ways of doing things. But anyways, you know, I think that's kind of what I was doing. I know a lot of guys kind of got a little bit upset about that post, you know, and about like talking about, oh, well, you're not factoring in the line, you're not factoring in this, you need to do that to take the stretch out of the line. What if it starts jumping at you? And you know, I think I just have to, you know, cover. Gotta be. Anyways, I think I just got to cover those theories and show you my point of view. And look, if what you're doing works, continue to do it. But keep in mind what I said, you know. And I mean, I think you might find a little more success in doing that. You know, you don't need to run hard away from these fish. You don't need to panic, and especially if it's a big one. Every inch of line that you lose on that fish, you're giving that fish a chance to pull hook, break line, or go down and die on you. You want to stay close to these fish. So that's my 2 cents, and I will not continue to talk about that, but yeah, we'll catch another one. All right.
Nice job.
Chris, you tired? Yeah, I'm tired.
Good work.
Hell yeah.
He said it was fish o'clock.
Boys,
Yeah.
that was sick, man.
Way to go.
Right there, Campbell. Where's he at? Where's he at up there?
Yeah,
Nice,
job.
Chris. Holy cow. Get ready, whoever's next. That's all I gotta say. Dude. Oh my God.
Hey Chris, it's my turn now, so let's go and catch the big one now.
Okay, now we'll get a big one.
Now
You
we'll
ready?
get the big one.
All right, good. I was waiting, bro.
Oh my God.
Okay, well, kept pounding it out right on the tide change. Missed one. Had a chucker just kind of do one of those greyhound. And a little bit later, right at the change, Aku got it. The Nayama Aku's been biting today. That and the flap. So it sounds like they're eating Aku. So that's kind of complements what they're feeding on. So anyways, got that one. And we kind of got to start working our way home now. I was just hanging out here as long as I possibly could. As soon as I got that, I said, all right, let's start heading back up the line. So we got a little bit of a ride back, and hopefully we'll catch one on the way. But seems to be starting to kind of settle in here. Fishing's looking nice, and I'm liking the change in current here and what it's changed to. So stick with us, and hopefully some cool stuff to come. Okay, guys, stand by.